Hey everybody! Wow, I put a spike there. Go ahead.
Hey everyone. Thank you so much for checking this out. We have an impromptu little reaction / analysis to a very special piece of Transformers media that just recently came out.
Yeah, I had no idea that this was happening. So it kind of came out of the blue when a friend sent me a link to watch it, and oh man, the emotions.
Dude.
Apparently, Studio Trick. By the way, hi, I'm Frankie.
Yes.
And this is Hayden, and we are the Brobots in disguise. And apparently, Studio Trigger put out a 40th anniversary special movie tribute film just recently, and it's made its way through various means onto our region of the internet. Thankfully, because it is an awesome video. If you haven't gotten to see it already, please go check it out. Transformers 40th Anniversary Special movie by Studio Trigger. It's great, it's fun, but we are going to do a short analysis video kind of going through all of the many references that they've made in here.
Yeah,
And
it is startlingly chocked full of extremely obscure references.
And what's cool, well, it's obscure for us, but that's what's cool is that because this is made by a Japanese company, they have the viewpoint of the Japanese side of Transformers. Whereas a lot of the 40th anniversary stuff that Hasbro is putting out all deals with just the American stuff that we got, like G1, mostly just G1. But then also like Beast Wars, maybe we'll get a little bit of Armada, we see that in the Legacy line, Transformers Prime, Transformers Animated, the live action movies, stuff like that. But with this Japanese one, we get stuff from Beast Wars 2, Beast Wars Neo, Hard Robots, the Japanese version of the Unicron trilogy, which is not a trilogy in Japan. That will come up in this video. Whereas Armada, Energon, Cybertron form a trilogy in America, Micron Legend and Super Link are one storyline, and then Galaxy Force is its own separate storyline. So that's why we'll see Armada Optimus and Cybertron Optimus in here sometimes. Oh, by the way, in case you don't know, Studio Trigger is a pretty famous anime studio. Most famous recently for doing Dungeon Meshi, which is on Netflix, or Delicious in Dungeon, and you absolutely should check that out, because if you like Dungeons and Dragons or fantasy in general, and if you like cooking, or just comedy, this is a great show. They're also probably most famous for Kill la Kill. They're super stylized animation style, character designs and stuff like that. And then also we've got a couple of studios assisting on this production. IG, which is most famous for Ghost in the Shell, and Madhouse. I think they did like One Punch Man and...
Yes. They did the first season of Vinland Saga as well.
Oh yeah, and didn't they work on Attack on Titan?
I think a little bit, yeah. I think they did the first 3 seasons.
Yeah. But apparently Studio Trigger, the people who work there are just uber fans of like all kinds of different stuff, including
very distinct art style as well, super dynamic poses and everything.
And the song for this is done by Bump of Chicken, which is the same band that did the theme song for Dungeon Meshi.
Yes. What a fun name.
Yes. All right, moving on. I've done a whole bunch of research to make sure and fact check myself on what we've got in this video. And I'm going to quiz Hayden on to see how well he knows his stuff.
Yes.
And see if he can name everything, and we'll tally up his score at the end of it.
Yeah, if I don't get it, then I guess I have some. I gotta hit the books. I gotta study up.
I'm gonna say, if you get over 50 points, you've got the touch. If you get over 25 points, you can dare. If you I don't know. If you
we lost our metaphor, but we'll just see how many points I get at the end.
If you get under 25 points, then you can dare to be stupid. I don't know.
There we go.
I don't know.
All right.
Anyway.
Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
All right. So, scene one. Before we even get started, very first thing we see is an Autobot symbol flip and the title logos. Can you tell me? I believe that even these are references to specific Transformers media. Can you tell me what those are?
So the logo flip is either just a generic reference to the transitions from every single show that has like the Autobot symbol go da 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 da.
Right.
Or it's specifically referencing Transformers Cybertron's way of doing it, where it's a CG Autobot symbol and then it like flies to the other end of the screen and then comes all the way back. But I'm not sure. I think it's just a reference to the transitions. And then...
I think you're wrong. I think that it is specifically Transformers Cybertron.
Okay.
But that's just my opinion. So I'm not going to count you on or off for that, because you did mention Cybertron. I'm not going to give you a point either way for. I wasn't gonna...
the next one is the Transformers logo. It looks specifically. The Japanese logo looks similar to. It weirdly enough looks like the font used for like the live action movies and also like Transformers Prime and the adjacent stuff from like Aligned Continuity and stuff.
Yes.
But it also looks like a specific reference to the Takara trilogy logo. But pretty straightforward, simple.
Yeah. I think that it's probably well, I don't know that it is a specific reference to anything, but in my mind that it's more like around the Japanese side of Transformers Prime logo and font. So next up, we see some Clockwork stuff and a Transformer. Can you name me who this is?
So the Clockwork, first up, it's Vector Prime from Transformers Cybertron.
Yes, Galaxy Force in Japan.
One of the greatest. And the Clockwork in the background, I believe, is referencing the episode of Cybertron Time, where he actually like physically turns back time, but it's also just a Vector Prime motif. It is all of the clockwork and gears and everything. Yes. He even has it in like bits and pieces of his design. So it's cool that he's the first thing that we see, because this is a celebration of Transformers over the years, over time. And it's cool that there's like thematic through lines through this whole AMV. But yeah. This whole
opening sequence is all about like time travel and stuff. So that's
time
one
travel
point.
And So go ahead and
that's 1 point for you. Even mentioning the specific episode that this might be referencing, because he is the guardian of time and he can turn back time.
Which is also very cool to see him in this specific art style, because it's very reminiscent of Transformers Energon whenever they did 2D cutaways instead of the traditional 3D character models and stuff. So
breaking away from
very
the
cool to
CGI.
see a Cybertron character who
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm gonna give you a bonus point for that.
Woo!
All right, what do we see next?
Racking them up. So next up is Cybertron, specifically the Generation 1 version. It does not have the hole on its bottom right corner.
You are correct. Yeah. And what do you think that red light is in the middle?
This red, I think, it might just be a reference to the Autobot spirit, but it could also be the light of Shockwave's tower lining up with the space bridge, but I'm not sure.
I'm actually going to... This is just up for conjecture, I think, so I'm not going to count you either way on this one. But I think that it's a reference to Primus's spark from Transformers Energon, which I believe was red.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Wait, yeah, I think it's just referencing the heart of Cybertron because it's in the center of it.
Yeah.
But,
and this is probably referencing G1 Cybertron because the shape is similar with the Grand Canyon of Light.
yeah.
But like you pointed out,
and again, there's stuff in here that's like interpretive as well.
Yeah. There's a chunk missing. That usually a chunk missing, but not here. All right. So what do we got next? I'm going to give you. Well, you know what? I am going to give you a minus point for the.
No.
Okay, actually, no, I'm not going to because the Autobot spirit kind of is like the spark of Primus or whatever. So, yeah. So
it's whatever.
I'm going to give you a pass on that. I'm going to give you a point for identifying Cybertron as G1 pre-Dent.
So this is the time machine. There's like a little montage of time machines. And this first one is with the purple orb and the blue lights and the little disc shape. This is the time machine that the aerial bots use in Dawn of War, or War Dawn, to go back to the time of Orion Pax and Megatron's attack. So that's one time machine.
Right, from Generation 1. Yep. All right, that's another point for you.
Okay, next
up, we see Cybertron again.
Yes, so this pyramid thing is... I cannot remember the episode name, but it's specifically an episode where Blaster and a few other Autobots time travel through a Quintesson time travel device to before the war. And it's the origin of Alpha Trion or A3. And they prevent a assassination attempt by the Quintessons to prevent the Autobots from ever forming.
Yes. Actually, the Quintessons drag Alpha Trion out of the portal into the future. Can you tell me what show it's from if you can't tell me the...
Generation 1.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Season 3.
Season 3. Thank you very much. The episode title is Forever is a Long Time Coming.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead.
Tough criteria.
you got far enough. I'm going to give you a point for that. Then we see Cybertron again, and then presumably another time machine. What do you think this is?
Yes. I really don't have a clue on this one. It vaguely looks like two satellites coming together, or three satellites coming together, to make some sort of gate, but I really don't know.
All right, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea either.
We'll make it a null point.
There's time travel throughout like every series of Transformers, so this could be from like any of the ones that I haven't seen Beast Wars 2 or Neo all the way through, but I know that there's like a special where Optimus Primal meets Leo Convoy through some sort of time travel thing. So it could be from that, but I really have no idea, and I couldn't find it in my research. I couldn't quickly find anything specific on this here. So, audience, please, you're probably just as, if not more, knowledgeable than us on these things. So let us know. I'm not going to give you a point either way on this, but I couldn't figure this one out either. So that's a minus point to me. Cybertron again.
Yes.
All right, what do you think this is?
This, I believe, is a reference to the episode in season 3 where they find Optimus's corpse on the mausoleum ship for the Autobots, and this is a record of all of the passed away primes and Autobots and stuff that have died in the war.
That is an excellent theory. My first thought when I watched this the first time, I watched this like 4 times now.
Yeah.
4 or 5 times, and then once or twice on, or 2 or 3 times on 0.25 speed to catch everything, because man, this animation is fast. The first time I watched it, I thought it was the planet where they pick up the cosmic rust from. I believe it's called Antilla from the episode Cosmic Rust, the record of what happened there. But I like your theory better. The episode is called Dark Awakening. So yeah, it could be the Autobot Mausoleum. It could also be something from one of the other series that I'm just not picking up on at the moment. So yeah, no wrong answers here at the moment. Audience, let us know if we got this one wrong. I'm going to give Hayden a point, though.
Yay!
I like his theory better than mine. All right, and then we see this like Greek hall here with the pillars on either side and the light.
Throws me for a loop, but part of me wants to say it's the Ultra Energon well from Transformers Energon, but it's the architecture inside doesn't fit. However,
yeah, it's not the same. Yeah.
It looks similar to, I can't remember what the specific context was, but there was like a Greek temple that the two Power Masters who made up Overlord, I think they were introduced in a location like this, but that might just be my memory playing tricks on me.
In Super God Master Force?
Yes.
I believe I believe one of the pretender monsters was captured in a Greek temple. And then when they awoke in the first episode, it broke out of there. That might be what you're thinking of. But there are so many different series where they go to like an Atlantis type place and have architecture like this. I'm just trying to remember if there's one particular one that has time travel in it specifically, and I couldn't bring anything to mind right away, and my research wasn't helping me out very quickly, so I'm kind of stumped on this one too. Because there's so many different options.
Yeah.
Because I think they went there in like Headmasters, Master Force, Victory, Armada, Cybertron. You know, I don't know. But so I'm not gonna give you a point either way on this one. Once again, this one's kind of stumped us. Let us know in the comments. All right, now we're on to scene 2, which I've called War. So far, you are up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points so far, Hayden.
Sweet. So these are Viacons from Transformers Prime, lined up in a grassy field trench warfare style. It is very cool to see them in a 2D animated style, because I feel like the Transformers Prime character designs lend themselves to this. There is a cool, like, sleek quality to them that the CG does very well in the show, but it is very cool to see them traditionally animated.
Yeah, because they had a much more kind of anime mecha design.
Yeah,
to them.
Angular,
smooth, rounded, etc., as opposed to blocky.
And I believe these are the jets, the jet versions of them. Because I don't see any wheels.
Oh. Well, it kind of looks like there's a wheel on that guy's shoulder there.
It looks like a wheel well, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know why they'd be on the ground, though, if they were jets. You'd think they'd be
true.
In the later
creative
shot.
license.
Yeah. I think they are the ground Viacons, though.
Okay. So
I'm going to go ahead and give you a point for that.
These guys are all helicopters.
Yes.
So
everybody in the shot is helicopter. Kind of a Vietnam sort of apocalypse now, you know. I think that helicopters and grass just became part of the Vietnam iconography because of Apocalypse Now, you know. But also, I mean, of course, you know, they were heavily used during that war. But, you know, anytime you see this sort of imagery, you think, oh, Vietnam, you know.
Yeah. Awesome.
But
So
of course, that's from our American perspective, like what does that mean coming from the Japanese
it could
side
just
of
be an
Transformers?
aesthetic choice.
Yeah.
But the far left is Springer from Transformers
Yes.
Generation 1, or
Yes.
at least a modern toy version with his color scheme.
I think it is just G1 Springer.
I hope so. Next is Jolt from Minicon Jolt from Transformers Armada. Sandstorm from Generation 1.
Yep.
Bulkhead from Transformers Energon.
Yep.
Evac from as the helicopter in Transformers Cybertron.
Yep.
And then far right, it's difficult to tell, but the dome is telling me that it is Minicon Jolt from Transformers Cybertron.
You are correct on all of these, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points for you,
Yes!
sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Knocking it out of the park.
6.
Okay.
Alrighty. Next shot is gonna. This one's gonna
This is
mess
tough.
with you a little bit. Yeah.
So,
I did find out most of these guys.
Gotcha. There are two options here.
Yes.
For the boat on the far left. One is Thunderblast from Transformers Cybertron.
Yeah.
The other is Mirage from Transformers Energon. But I can't tell from this distance which one it is. I think the two...
Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. If it is Thunderblast, think of like the defining feature of Thunderblast's boat mode.
there's no giant cannon. There are the two yellow things on the back,
Yes.
so it's got to be
Yeah.
Mirage.
Yeah. It's Mirage.
I'll leave the identity of the destructed thing
You can leave that for last. Yeah.
in the foreground, I believe it is a sweeps
Yeah.
Scourge type.
Yeah, you can
from
see the
Generation
gun on
1.
top of his head, his collar behind his neck, and the points of his wings sticking up on either side.
Yes. In the ahead of him, I think is Skybite from Transformers Robots in Disguise. I don't
also
know
called
if
Car
both
Robots.
of those are Skybite. If that's his arm and his head, or if that's Skybite as a shark and then someone else.
Okay. Yeah, no, it is. The shark is Skybite.
Okay.
The shark head becomes his feet, I believe, so that can't be his hand.
Okay.
I recognize the shape of the head of the guy in between the sweeps or Scourge and Skybite, or girl. It might be a girl. Or
The head shape vaguely looks like what's his name? The crazy guy always after the Matrix.
Oh,
Thunderwing?
Yes, I think you are correct. I think that is Thunderwing from G1 or one of
Yes.
the variants. I think you're
Specifically
right
G1.
because I couldn't figure it out, but I felt like I recognized that head. I know who
Yes.
that is, but I just can't figure it out. And I think you're absolutely right. Let me go to TF Wiki real quick to make sure. It could be, but I don't think so. Another complication is that Thunderwing does not actually show up in the Japanese series. Instead, he was redecoed into another guy whose name escapes me at the moment, who briefly showed up in one episode of Victory, I believe it was.
Okay.
And he was an Autobot, so he probably wouldn't be in this shot.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's still a mystery.
Confusion.
Audience, let us know, because I recognize this head, but I just can't place the character at the moment.
Yeah.
And there's just not enough to go off of for conclusive research.
Right.
But you are correct on Skybite.
The two or the three, I think they're in a boat.
Yeah,
but it's three mini
It's like a little
cons.
lifeboat.
Yeah. Trying to like paddle and stuff. I cannot tell what they are or what team they're from because they all have the same color scheme.
Right. All right. So I had to look this one up. It is the C Minicon team from Transformers Armada or Micron Legend.
Okay.
They are Ocean Glide, Storm Cloud, and Waterlog.
And do they all have that same color scheme?
Yeah. If you look up their toys on TF Wiki, they are all red and yellow like that.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
And I don't think they ever had like a starring role in the cartoon. I could be wrong, but they were just part of the toys.
Yeah.
Probably
The big thing being destroyed.
Yes, tell me what this is.
This is either a Triptychon type, or some kind of base from a Japan exclusive show, either a Beast Wars or Takara Trilogy base. I'm leaning towards Beast Wars 1 through Neo, just because I don't really recognize this.
Okay, you are on the right track. This is Galvatron's base ship from Beast Wars 2. It is called, are you ready for this? The Galvaberg 2.
Yeah, thank goodness it got shot down with a name like that.
What tipped me off was the giant Morning Star mace thing in the front there. It looks like that crashed into a ship in this picture, but in actuality, that is the front of the ship. And just by sheer luck, I remembered seeing that they had a ship with a giant mace at the end of it in that show.
Gotcha. Okay.
Once again, that's one of the few shows I haven't seen all the way through.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get to that point in our podcast. But yeah, anyway. So, let's see. You got Mirage.
1, 2, 3,
you got the
4.
sweeps. Skybite. And you were correct on guessing the minicons were minicons and not one dude that was all scrambled up.
It's got to be pinpoint for it to count, I think.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to give you Mirage, Sweeps, and Skybite from that. So that's 3 points. Yeah. And then I won't discount, unless you make a actively wrong guess, this is so-and-so.
Yeah.
If you had said if you had definitively said that's Thunderblast over there, I would have given you a negative.
Okay.
Anything that you're not sure on, I'm just not going to give you a point either way.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Next shot here, we've got a couple of Beast characters.
Yes. So, the far right is Steeljaw. Blaster's cassette, one of Blaster's animal cassettes. From Generation 1.
Yes.
The lion... My heart tells me it's the kid from Master Force, one of the kids who lived on the island, and he had a pet lion.
I forgot he had a pet lion. Good job.
It also looks like it could be one of the alt forms of a Japanese Beast Wars character.
Okay, this is
it's one or the other.
This is Leo Jr. from Beast Wars 2.
Okay. I wasn't sure on that one, so doesn't count. This guy. This guy with the sword.
Yeah.
There are deep memories of a Headmasters episode with this guy in it. I don't remember the episode or the context other than there was beast type creatures. I do not remember the episode, but I just remember that there's these guys with anthropomorphic bodies and a beast head.
Yes. So, let me go back to my... Oh, I did not find... So, his name is White Leo. He is a beast former, and they cameoed, or it was one of the planets they went to in Headmasters in the episode Rebellion on Planet Beast. And the Beast Formers were like a subline of Transformers in Japan, but they were kind of their own spin-off thing in America. They even had their own little comic series going on. Now, can you tell me who the bird is?
The bird is making me think of Beast Hunters Transformers Prime. but I can't think of any specific like toy that he is. But I think what it is that he's reminding me of Thundertron, the pirate guy, but not a lion.
Yeah. All right, you're in the right continuity family, but
is it Transformers Go?
No, it is RID 2015. This is Aerobolt. He is a Minicon weaponizer from 2015. So this is like Steeljaw. This is his main form.
Yeah, that makes sense for the theme of this picture. But
yes,
yeah, very cool.
Yeah,
so I got 3 out of 4.
They're all good guys. They're all like their main form is. It looked like there was gonna be all lion people, but then there's this one.
One bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, next image.
Okay, so far left we have Thundercracker from Transformers Cybertron.
Yes.
We have Blitzwing from Transformers Animated.
Yes.
Swindle from Transformers Generation 1.
Yes.
It's either Bruticus or Tankor from Beast Machines. I think it's Tankor.
You are correct. You just barely saved that one.
Demolisher from Transformers Armada, but specifically his Season 3 color scheme when they're in the Unicron battles.
In 3-4-ish. Yeah.
I always blank on this one's name, but he's one of the dinosaurs from the dinosaur combiner team in Transformers Victory.
Can you tell me the name of the combiner? I'll accept that.
Tyrannotron or something. I don't know. I think his name is Kikoryu.
Whoa. Whoa, you're taking a shot at the
I think
you are
it's the
so
name.
Close. You are so close. It is Kakuryu.
Kakuryu. Okay.
Kakuryu. I will count that. I will give you a point for that.
And then this tank is the shape is odd. Part of me almost said like a repaint of somebody, but it's G2 Megatron. But I don't think G2 Megatron ever showed up in any shows.
You are correct. G2 Megatron as Megatron. Yes, this is G2 Megatron, or it's based on G2 Megatron, right? But as Megatron, he never showed up at any shows, but his toy did show up in Beast Wars 2 as Galvatron's brother, Megastorm.
Megastorm, okay.
Yeah. So this is
okay,
Megastorm.
but it is the G2 Megatron toy. Okay,
yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll give you a point for that. I'm very generous. I am a generous and merciful co-host.
All right. Next up is
I love this
Detritus, and I don't know the other one, but one of them is Detritus. And a couple of Junkions surviving trench warfare. The others are in the background, and I can't really tell who they are.
Okay.
I think they're all Junkions.
Yes. By color scheme.
Yeah, Junkion characters.
Yeah. Okay, so you are correct on Junkions. They're in like some sort of World War I trench warfare. It's like I don't know. Maybe one of them will write Lord of the Rings after this. Or I don't know what would the transfer. Lord of the Junk. Lord of the Lug Nuts. It's kind of like Rings, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Lord of the Washers.
Yeah, I don't remember if there's anybody else in this, but yeah, it's mostly various assorted Junkions.
I give you kudos for remembering the name of Detritus as one of the other Junkion toys from Generation 1. He was a redeco of Hound, however.
Ah, okay.
These are both motorcycles. And I looked them up, and based on more recent toys, they have names, and they are Scrap Heap and Crash Bar.
Okay.
The guys in the foreground.
Cool.
Or at least I think they are. They're pretty close to what the new toys look like.
Yeah, they are character models from the movie.
Right. So I'm not going to give you... So...
That's okay.
I should give you 1 minus point, but you put out so many other... He's spitting so many straight facts, man, that I think I'm just going to give you no points either way on that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll
so far, you have like 1 minus.
Cool.
Oh no, I took it away. That's right, because that was the Spark of Primus, the Autobot spirit. All right.
Okay.
One more. I think this. No, we got a few more in.
These are
two
options. One. This is either Prowl and Ratchet knocked over, or it's the ambulance and police car from the Protectobots, both G1, Groove, and I don't remember the name of the ambulance, but yeah, it does look like an IDW reference to just the a lot of the like the art style looks very IDW, but I don't know if that's a specific reference to that.
I like how he's gotten blown up and he's like on his side and you can see like
it's like half transformed.
You can see 2 guns in there and you can see like part of his transformation. Kind of like when you take a toy and flip it over and it's like, oh, there's all of his there's a robot curled up underneath this car.
Exactly.
Yeah, these poor guys, man, they got wrecked.
Yeah.
And then the purple energon just spewing out. That's rough, man.
Dude, I like how they don't shy away from showing that, like, yeah, it's war. There's a lot of dead people.
Yeah. We'll see that in the next shot for sure. I think it's the next shot. Or one of the next shots. I'm not going to count you wrong either way because it is kind of ambiguous, but I'm leaning towards these being the Protectobots. However, you were wrong on Groove is the motorcycle. Streetwise is the police car.
Gotcha.
And don't worry, I had to... First Aid is the ambulance.
First Aid, okay.
Come on, he was the only one with a character arc in the G1.
That's correct, yep.
But yeah, I think that this is First Aid and Streetwise.
Okay.
Poor guys.
Moving on.
So I'm not going to give you a point either way because it is up to debate. Although I should give you a minus point for calling the cop car Groove instead of Streetwise, but
whatever you feel is best.
But they're all kind of you know what? You haven't gotten any minus points. I'm going to give you a minus point.
Do it. Do it. I dare you.
I gave you a minus point. You are now okay. You now have 1 minus point. All right. Now we got the Autobot fleet on the high seas.
So we have far back is Fortress Maximus G1. All
right, you finally got a definitive minus point. That is
wait. I'm sorry. Metroplex.
Because you said far back, right?
Yeah, far back, but I meant Metroplex. I always say Fortress Maximus when I mean Metroplex.
You're already at 21. I'm giving you a minus point.
Fine. Okay. The other one is Fortress Maximus, but it is not the character. It's a specific repaint. I don't remember what he's called, but he's a repaint.
Right,
and he is a different character. Generation 2, possibly. No.
Is that your final answer?
Robots in Disguise.
Ooh, nice call out, because there is a Fortress Maximus repaint in 2001, Robots in Disguise.
But
However,
it's not him?
It's not him. There's also a Fortress Maximus repaint in Armada, briefly, who they call Christmas Maximus.
Love it. Jeez. The other
There's
ship...
There's one more show that this guy could be from.
It's not anything Unicron trilogy.
No.
I'm drawing a blank. I don't know.
It's Master Force. Grand Maximus. He's Fort Max's younger brother. And he has a pretender shell over one of his heads.
Is he in Super God Master Force?
He is in Super God Master Force for like 2 episodes. He's in there for like 2 episodes and one of the recap episodes.
Right. Okay. The ship, I don't think that's a transformer. I think that's a fleet ship that it is either Beast Wars or something from Armada, like a background ship in Armada, but I'm not sure. I think it's a Beast Wars, Japan Trilogy Beast Wars ship.
Well, the Japan Beast Wars isn't a trilogy, but yes, it's a duology. Oh, well,
Beast Wars 2, and Beast Wars Neo.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That is a trilogy, I guess.
Yeah. The aircraft carrier...
You are correct. It is from Beast Wars 2, and I don't blame you for not knowing its name. It is called the Yukikaze, which I believe in my rough, just basic knowledge of Japanese words from watching a lot of anime, I think this means like winter storm or snowstorm or something like that. I'm just speculating because it's got yuki, which is snow, and kaze, which is wind. So I'm gonna guess that it's like snowstorm or something.
Cool. It is a neat design.
That's just me speculating.
The aircraft carrier, is what is his name? He is a triple changer from season 3 of G1. He turns into a jet, and he turns broadside.
Yep. Ding, ding, ding. Correct.
The jets on him, I believe one of them is one of the aerial bots. He's the red one. I can't tell what the other two are on there. But you do have the other aerial bots. One is Air Raid, one is Silverbolt. I can't remember what the gray one is. And then in the foreground is the Fortress Maximus.
The Fortress Maximus from G1. You're wrong. The aircraft carrier is from G.I. Joe. No, I'm pretty sure that's broadside.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. The aerial bots, their names are, I wrote them down. Silverbolt, Air Raid, Fireflight, Skydive, Slingshot, and then there is somebody else in this crowd because that is too many limbs. I'm not exactly sure who that is.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like a little jet that came with.
Maybe it's a Greeble or something.
Maybe it's a Greeble. Yeah. But I do not blame you for not remembering because Silverbolt's like the only.
One of the most significant named ones.
Silverbolt and Slingshot were like the only ones that got any personality in the original cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Because Slingshot had that episode where he was with that dude in the desert or in the Middle Eastern kingdom. I don't remember where it was set, but and he had the front grille of a car replace his chest plate.
Yes. But anyway, I don't...
Yes, so you got Fort Max, and I'll give you one collectively for the aerial bots, and you got broadside.
Cool. I'll take it.
All right. Moving on to the next shot.
Okay.
I'm going to do this as like a collective scene here.
Yes, so these guys that are all washed up on the shore are the Decepticon warriors from War Dawn. There's two variations of them. One turns into a truck, and the other turns into a box. The truck carries the boxes, and they all transform together to attack.
Very good. I'll give you a point for each of those.
And these little guys over here are the Micromasters from Transformers Victory. There is Huli. The other three, I can't remember their names. But
that's okay. Huli is like the only one that gets like.
He's the only one that gets any play.
Yeah.
They
are called. Hang on. They are called the Rescue Patrol Team. Huli is the police car. Boater is the boat. Fire is the fire. Fire is the fire truck, and Peepo is the ambulance.
These are the most imaginative names possible.
Okay.
Peepo's great though. I love Peepo.
Yeah.
The Titan in the background. My first guess was a War for Cybertron either Metroplex or Omega Supreme, but the body shape doesn't match.
Yeah, and the arm cannon was throwing me off too.
This tell has helped me numerous times on identifying Transformers characters. It is the Cyberverse joint lights. And as you can see, there are lights in the joints of the legs and the arms. I am willing to bet that this is Cyberverse Omega Supreme or a related Titan, but I am not sure.
Wow, you are good, because I was convinced that this was like War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, Metroplex, but I'm like, he just doesn't look like him.
Match
it's just,
anything.
It's not. Yeah, it doesn't match. What is this? Cyberverse, I haven't watched all the way through, but I was able to look him up, and he is a character from the Cyberverse show called Croatan.
Croatan, okay.
Croatan. I'd have to see the show to see how it's pronounced, but yeah, it's Croatan, and he is a Titan. Apparently, they brought in some original Titans to the show.
An original Titan, very cool.
I'm excited to see Cyberverse, because it seems like it does a lot of new stuff.
Yes,
it doesn't just it brings in a lot of the classic stuff, but it also brings in a lot of new stuff.
Yeah,
and then like redoes stuff that we don't expect to see. But anyway, moving on. Another shot of Holy.
Yes,
looking up to
Holy.
The stars, smiling at all the dead Decepticons, I assume.
Yes. Part of me wanted to say Thundercracker and Skywarp, but I know it's not. This is two Power Masters in the foreground.
Yes.
I want to say that they are the Overlord Power Masters, but they don't have the distinct hair.
They're wearing helmets.
They are wearing helmets, but the color schemes don't really match. These two are a combiner of some kind. I believe it is Dreadwind and Deathwing, but I can't, or Darkwing. But I can't remember their names. But there are two combiner jets who, are they brothers or siblings? But they are from Super God Master Force. I do know that much.
All right, I'm going to give you a collective point for all of the stuff that you could remember. Because I don't blame you for forgetting their... Because you mentioned their American names. Darkwing and Dreadwind, they combine to make Dreadwing.
Ah, okay.
I don't remember what their Power Master names are in America, but in Japan, they are called Hydra and Buster.
Okay.
And they combine to make Dark Wings.
Hydra is ringing a bell, but I don't remember anything else from there.
Yeah. I remember one of them had purple hair and the other one had glasses.
Yeah.
Or it might have been one of them had purple hair and glasses. Okay.
Something like that.
Alrighty.
Next up.
Moving on to the next shot, the Decepticon fleet. Now this one, I don't blame you if you can't identify everything in this shot. Because some of it is very small.
Okay.
Start on the left in the sky.
Left in the sky is hard to tell. This is a Decepticon fleet.
Yeah. So there's a light blue.
There are a lot of jets.
All right. There's a light blue, a yellow, and a green Decepticon jet, or Seekers or something.
Oh, I have no clue on those. I think a lot of these are Seekers of various colors and origins.
Okay.
The big one.
I'll just go along with you. The light blue, yellow, and green, I believe, are a reference to the 3 Rainmaker Decepticons.
Yes.
Sometimes referred to as Acid, Rain, Sunstorm, and Typhoon, I think. That might also be a reference to... I don't know why they're in Earth modes, though. And they're from the episode Divide and Conquer of Generation 1. However, they're also referenced in animated, because I remember seeing they had toys. And I think they get shown in some comics or something. But anyway. Okay, how about that big ship up there?
The big ship, part of me wants to say Octane, but I can't really see it.
What?
I don't. It's just the shape. It's because the logo is covering it up, and I can't get it to go away.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't know.
That is Death Saurus's ship from Transformers Victory. It is called the Thunder Arrow.
I was never going to get that.
All right, how about this group of 3 jets here? There's a blue one, a sort of turquoise one, and a pink one.
I really don't know.
All right, I'm going to take a guess that those are the 3 jets of that combine with the 3 ground vehicles to make Lio-Kaiser from Transformers Victory. So that's Leozak, Hellbat, and Skyhawk.
Ah, okay. I think
got
that's Thundercracker and Thundercracker and Skywarp right above the aircraft carrier.
I'm going to give you 2 points for that because that's probably what that is.
Yay. I think...
There is a gray jet.
Yeah, there's a gray jet.
What do you think that is?
I'm not sure, but the grouping of the 3 there, one is Blitzwing. I'm not Blitzwing. No, not Blitzwing. What is his name? He's the B-52 bomber from Animated.
Yeah, Lugnut.
Lugnut.
One is Lugnut. On the right side of those 3, that is Lugnut.
One, I think, is the helicopter version of Megatron from Animated, and then I'm willing to take a stab and say that that's Starscream from Animated.
Maybe
I think that's a Transformers Animated grouping.
I also think that it is hard to tell because they are so small and low detail, but that's definitely Animated Lugnut. I think that's actually that might be Lockdown's ship, the Death's Head. There below him. And then I think when you said Blitzwing, that kind of clicked that might be Blitzwing jet form.
That could be.
Because he's got a lot of undercarriage there. And I think that
kibble.
Starscream didn't have as much kibble underneath.
Then we got some bugs.
I'm going to give you points for 2 of those.
There's some bugs to the right. One I am willing to bet is Waspinator.
Because he shows up in a second.
I can't tell any of the rest of them.
Yeah, it looks like we've got...
Maybe Inferno, but who knows?
Yeah, it looks like we got an Insecticon. Maybe it's Kickback. Maybe it's Waspinator. Maybe they're insects from one of the other shows. I don't know. It kind of looks like there's a dragon up there. It might be from Prime Beast Hunters, Beast Wars or something.
And then far right look like X-Wings from Star Wars, and I cannot tell anything about them.
Right. I that's as close as I can get. Oh no! Who are they? What are they above? I just figured this out.
Oh, they are Viacon jets.
These are your Viacon jets.
Yes.
The other ones were Viacon cars. These are the Viacon jets.
Because they are above the Nemesis from Transformers Prime.
Yep. I'm gonna give you a point for that.
Then to the left
so those probably are then the dragons from Transformers Prime.
That could be.
Because they're also above
Nemesis. The 2 that are next to the bug are probably the 2 dragons from the Beast Hunters movie.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or the 2 blue ones are the dragons from the Beast Hunters movie, and then the one in the middle is Predaking.
Yeah, that could be. Then left to the
from right to
Nemesis.
left now. Yeah.
Yeah, from right to left. We have Scorponok in his Scorpion mode. I don't know why he's on the ocean.
Yeah, G1 Scorponok. Or Mega Zarak in
Mega Zarak, what have you. Yeah. In the middle is Tidal Wave.
Yes.
From Transformers Armada. Specifically Armada, his color scheme from there.
Yep.
left of that, I really am not sure.
Mhm.
It's either a Trypticon. The two are either Trypticons or something else.
I'm
But
pretty sure that's Trypticon in his jet mode and then Trypticon in his base mode.
Yeah, but I think the far left is G1. I can't place the origin of the one in the middle there.
Yeah, maybe that's one of the more recent series.
Could be.
Um,
But then, oh gosh.
it might be from Beast Wars Neo or something.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh, hang on, just a second. I think that Trypticon did get repainted for Beast Wars 2. Let me double check real quick. Now that you mention it. No, let me check Beast Wars Neo then. I don't know. We're going to just say that these are two Trypticon likes.
Yeah. Be willing to accept that. I recognize the alternate, the boat form of the one in between far left and middle. But not sure.
And in the foreground, we have...
Foregrounds, I couldn't possibly identify this iconic red, gray, and blue jet coming towards us. It's Starscream.
Yay! And for a split second, in the cockpit, we can see he's got a passenger.
Tiny Kremzeek from G1.
Yeah.
It's a blink and you'll miss it reference.
Yeah. He is in there for 2 frames. One as a little smudge, and then the second one as a fully shown Kremzeek.
Incredible.
Which should mean that Starscream's like wigging out and falling apart. But then he flies up and transforms, and he is joined by...
Skywarp. I was going to say Leozak for a second. Not Leozak, Thundercracker, but I believe that's Leozak from Victory. Waspinator from Transformers Animated, and Transformers Armada Starscream.
You are correct on all but one. Initially, I said, yeah, that's Skywarp. It's a black and purple jet, yeah? But the kibble underneath does not match.
Interesting. Okay.
I believe this is actually Beast Wars 2 Starscream.
Okay.
But you are correct. That is
sure.
Leozak, so I'm giving you
give me that 4 out of 5.
Yeah, you got 4.
I'll take it.
Yeah. All right, now this next shot, we pan down through a raining city.
Oh boy, this one.
And this made me laugh so hard at the absurdity of this ultra-specific reference. It must have scarred somebody as a child when they watched this show.
So, the distinctive blue hair and outfit is definitely a headmaster, obviously with the bent over thing.
From which series?
Headmasters. No, Master Force. That's right. Yes. This is the Headmaster Juniors. Because this is Cancer. And this is referencing when he kicked a dog. And Minerva just lost it.
Yeah. Okay, it is not actually Cancer. I thought, in my memory, it was Cancer who did it, but it's actually Wilder.
Okay.
This shot is Wilder. Cancer is the one with the snake head. But this one, the wolf bat thing, is Wilder.
Okay.
And I went back and read the description, and yes, it was him who did it. He kicked the dog. It killed the dog.
This poor dog.
Yeah, the dog is in the Yamcha pose in a crater.
Yeah. Dog got
Yamcha'd. The sheer absurdity of this whole thing going on here.
It's insane.
Poor doggy. Irredeemable Decepticon Junior Headmaster. Do you know what the dog's name is?
Absolutely no clue. What is the dog's name?
I kid you not. The dog's name is Piss. P-I-S. Piss.
Oh, gosh.
So it's just one of those things where it's like, it means something else in Japanese. You know, it's not they probably weren't, or maybe they were. I don't know. Maybe they're making a pun.
Context is important, but
to our immature American brains, that name sounds like a certain fluid.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Moving on to the next shot. Yeah.
Absolutely wild.
Wilder. Oh, and the episode is from Fight Super Robot Lifeforms to the Transformers Super God Master Force. The episode title is Rage with 2 exclamation marks. Little devils with no need for rules.
Wilder.
Wilder. All right. And I think with that, we're finally getting out of the wartime battle.
All right. Rapid firing this one.
Rapid firing this enormous lineup of leaders from every series.
Okay. We have
first in the corner. Wait, next to Big what's that?
I don't
guy?
know what I don't know, man.
Okay, that is the Navi computer from Beast Wars 2. I do not blame you for not knowing what that is.
Cool. But the important thing is
yes.
Big Convoy from Beast Wars Neo, I believe. Or is it 2?
Yes.
I think it's Neo.
Neo.
Rodimus Prime. The Optimus Prime from Generation 1.
What is Rodimus holding?
You know exactly where he's from. He's
No. What is he holding?
Oh, he's holding the Matrix of Leadership because he's the current holder.
Yeah.
Then you have
Optimus Prime.
The Optimus Prime. Optimus Primal, Beast Wars. Robots in Disguise, Bumblebee.
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah. Leo Convoy from Beast Wars 2.
Yes.
I believe that guy in the back is from Transformers Go. I don't know what his name is.
His name is Kenzan.
Okay, cool. Behind him is Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime.
Yes.
Further up into the back, we have Transformers Victory Saber, or Star Saber. Star Saber.
Victory Saber is the upgraded form. But interesting here, he's got his core.
He's in Victory Saber form, but with his core head.
No, he's in Star Saber form, BattleUp armor. But with his core robot, or his middle robot head, because he's a brain master.
Gene is resting on his shoulder.
Yeah, in his little space.
Behind him is God Jinrai.
Yep.
From Super God Master Force.
Yep.
Behind him is Die Atlas from Zone.
Yep.
And then next to that Autobot
What's
symbol,
he holding?
He's holding the universe, or the power cosmic.
It's called the Zodiac.
The Zodiac, okay. Then behind the Autobot symbol is Cyberverse Optimus Prime. You can tell by the leg joints.
Yep. There you go.
Then you have Transformers Animated Optimus Prime from Transformers Animated. You have Earthspark Optimus.
Yep.
Behind him is Transformers Armada Optimus.
Yep.
Then behind him is Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime.
Yep.
Or Fire Convoy.
Yeah. Car robots.
And then in Fortress Maximus's hand is Transformers Cybertron Optimus Prime.
Yeah, and this is where we see, like, a reminder that Galaxy Force is not in the same continuity as...
Because they're separate from
Micron Legend.
Armada.
Yeah.
There is the 2 moons of Cybertron way off in the back. You have a little guy floating on a thing in the background.
That is Kicker and on Grinder.
Oh, okay.
From Energon. So that we got some Energon representation. And what's the big orange thing?
The Ark of the... I almost said the Ark of the Covenant.
The Ark of the Covenant.
The Autobot Ark. The shuttle.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good job. You made it through with flying colors. You might not be able to see it, but blink and you'll miss it. Way over on the right is Shockwave's space bridge.
Hey.
And would you like to name us off on this motley crew?
Okay. Beast Wars Neo, I want to say.
Yes.
Beast Wars Neo, Magmatron, the Megatron, Generation 1.
Yeah.
Beast Wars Megatron, Galvatron from Beast Wars 2.
Yep.
Cyberverse Megatron. You can tell by the legs.
Yep.
Behind the G1 Megatron is Cybertron Megatron holding the map the Omega map.
Yeah, the cyberplanet keys and all that.
Then you have Megatron from Robots in Disguise. Yep. Behind him, it looks like a redeco of Predaking from Transformers Prime, but I'm believing he's from Transformers Go.
Yes,
I don't know what his name is.
Is Dragotron.
Dragotron.
Or Dragatron.
There's worse out there.
Yeah. Wait, who's behind? Who's over in the top right corner?
Yeah, it's Death Saurus.
Yeah, you didn't say.
From Transformers Victory. I was going back. I was getting there.
Okay. Chill out.
Then you have Overlords from Super God Master Force. Way in the background, I don't know what that is floating up there. It looks like a Decepticon head of some kind, but...
I'm not really sure what it is either. If I figure it out by the time that I post this, it'll appear on screen here. If not, yeah. Carry on.
And then there's the Nemesis in the background. And then moving on up, we have Megatron from Earthspark, Megatron from Transformers Armada holding every single Minicon team.
Yep.
The Star Saber, the Requiem Blaster, and the Shield.
The Skyboom Shield.
The Skyboom Shield. Then we have, hilariously, Transformers animated Megatron with Dr. Sumdac chained across his chest.
I always forget that happened, but I come across the picture every once in a while. It's just the perfect meme.
It is. Far back, we have Violin Jiger. From Transformers
or
Zone.
Gigwar or Giger or something. I don't know.
Violin Jiger or Geiger.
Yeah.
Then we have Megazarek from Transformers Headmasters.
Yeah.
Visor and all.
Double visor.
It's a little difficult to see, but I believe that is Transformers Prime Megatron with the Dark Star Saber and the Unknown Prime's arm attached to him.
Man, very good. Hayden, you got so much out of this, I wasn't even keeping count, so I am going to give you plus 25.
Okay. Just out of all of them. We'll take these as a collective 25.
Yeah. Between the Decepticons and the Autobots. Good job, man.
Woo!
Good job.
Okay. Next up, we have Dark Leo Breaker and Megatron from Transformers Cybertron. Very cool Studio Trigger style transformation sequence of them.
Oh yeah, the dynamic posing and the animation.
Yeah.
Looking cool.
So they combine into their form with the arm and the claws out and everything.
He's actually called Nemesis Breaker.
Nemesis Breaker. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have Leo Convoy, but his colors are different. I don't know if this is a powered up form or if this is a different character or not.
This is a powered up Leo Convoy. It's something that happens later on in Beast Wars Beast Wars 2 as far as I'm aware, but I'm not sure if there is a specific name for this power up.
So that's like a Super Saiyan form essentially.
Yeah, kind of something like that.
Okay.
The Green Lion or something like that.
Cool. Looks like ectoplasm.
Yeah. But kind of cool that they got the two lions fighting each other.
Yeah. Good clash.
Yeah. All right, some blink and you'll miss it.
Let me see.
We got up first.
Okay, so first up is Star Saber in his full combat uniform.
We've got, in full battle up mode. Can you tell me what the name of his sword is?
Absolutely no clue.
Okay. I only know this because I watched an episode recently offhandedly of Victory, and he says Saber Blade whenever he pulls it out.
Saber Blade. That's
which is basically sword. Sword.
God Jinrai from Super God Master Force.
Yeah. I can't remember his sword has.
Then we have Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, but specifically his Beast Hunter's form, wielding the Star Saber.
That's what I thought at first, but after further analysis, I actually think this is RID 2015 Optimus Prime.
Okay.
Because when in the zoomed out,
it's still the
we'll
same
see his
form,
legs.
it's just a different design. Yeah. Okay.
It's technically the same character, though.
And then Transformers Cybertron Optimus Prime wielding Vector Prime's Time Blade.
Yes. And in the background?
And in the background is Fortress Maximus with the Master Sword.
All right, that's 5 more for you, sir.
Woohoo!
All right, blink and you'll miss it.
I believe this is... It is very difficult to see.
He is there for like
I think
half
that's
a frame.
Cyberverse Optimus Prime.
I think it
No,
is,
that's
'cause
Transformer. That's Transformers Prime Optimus doing a Matrix Blast when he shuts down Unicron.
Oh, see, I thought it was Cyberverse because of the glowing armpit.
I thought so too, but
I think that's a. I don't know if he does a Matrix Blast in Cyberverse. He might, but
Yeah.
you could also be correct. It could also be a reference to Transformers Prime when he did that to shut down Unicron.
yeah.
Good thinking.
Next,
I'll give you a point either way.
okay.
because
Next
that's
up,
good.
Robots in Disguise, Fire Convoy shooting his water cannon, I guess.
Yeah. And he's in super mode, but not.
Oh, yeah,
Omega.
yeah.
He's not Omega Prime.
Right. Now, this... Oh, gosh. I really don't know. Oh, that's... is that Big Convoy?
Yes, it is Big
Okay.
Convoy. And I think that's a special gun he gets at one point.
Gotcha. Okay. And then after that is Transformers Armada Optimus Prime in his super mode, shooting his big beam cannon that like shoots all over the place. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
His
And
bullet time gun.
He's got his minicon with him too.
Yes, Sparkload.
Sparkload. Yeah.
And then after that is Omega Prime from Transformers Energon.
Yeah, the
his
combined
form with Omega Supreme.
Yep. Firing all his lasers.
Yeah.
That's another 5 for you. So we had the swords and we had the guns.
Yeah.
And now we've got a nice
next
little
up-
group shot here.
We have a grouping of the Transformers Prime and Armada cast kind of meeting up, like select ones from there. Starting with Transformers Prime, we have Miko, Jack, and Raph, along with Bulkhead, Bumblebee, and RC. Meeting up with Alexis, Rad, Carlos, Billy, and Fred.
Yep.
Laserbeak is in the background from Armada. Grindor the skateboard.
Looks like he's about to football tackle you.
Yeah. Highwire the bicycle, and something Shock or Surge.
Put them
the
together.
minicon. Shock Surge? Surge Sock.
So close. It's Sure Shock.
Sure Shock. Okay.
Yep.
The
Good job.
moped. It's very cool to see them all together, because it's a connection you didn't think would work, but it does.
That is 15 for you, sir.
Woohoo!
Now you missed a very important character. The potato chips.
Oh yes, potato chips. My bad.
And the laptop.
Laptop is basically its own character.
Yeah. Laptoptimus Prime.
Yes. So
movement.
that is Jean and Illumina in the Illumina 2,
Yep.
and Colby from Transformers Victory.
Yes.
And then Colby and Alexis from Transformers Cybertron in Kobibot. And this grouping is a weirdly specific one. It's love interest couples who bond over their mech that's named after one of them.
Yeah. It's funny that Jean, you can see their silhouettes very briefly in the Illumina 2. It took me a second to remember what was that. The transforming tick street sweeper thing. It turns into like some sort of, I don't know, like a street sweeper or something.
Yeah.
Right? And then the Kobibot was repurposed from one of the, I think they were called Scraplets or something like that.
Yeah,
they were like some Insecticons that invaded Cybertron from the black hole, or
Right.
from one of the planets that was eaten by the black hole. But yeah, you are correct on all your points. And it's kind of funny that the first one from Victory, he named it after his girlfriend, and then the one from Cybertron, he named it after himself.
Yeah.
But
yeah, a very bizarre connection, but weird that it's happened twice.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, huh? What goes around comes around. So that is, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4 for you.
Okay. These are chibi versions of Lockdown, Bumblebee. Why does he look like Ultra Magnus? I don't really have a placement for him. It's either Ultra Magnus or just an Optimus variant.
Yeah, it's just Optimus Prime.
Oh, okay. Optimus Prime. The AI from Robots in Disguise. I don't know what its name is.
That is TAI.
Okay.
So, you could say it Ty.
Ty. Okay. And then the androids, the rabbit. I don't know what the rabbit's name is, but I think one of them is called Moon. But they rabbit. Are from Beast Wars Neo, correct?
No, Beast Wars 2. Okay. The rabbit is Moon, and the girl that looks like a clown is Artemis.
Artemis, okay.
Yes.
Wow, this was hard.
So they're kind of hanging out in Artemis and Moon's like hologram base or whatever that's like on the moon, and they commentate on. This is like a group of commentators here. They provide commentary on what happens in Beast Wars 2.
Okay.
The little chibi guys are from Transformers Q, which is like these Japanese exclusive webisodes where it's like 3 Transformer fans in character just cutting up, talking about Transformers, making jokes, having like a little sitcom.
Interesting.
I've heard it's really funny. I found it without subtitles, and I don't speak Japanese, so I had to take somebody else's word for it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think there are actually some toys that are those little chibi guys too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they look like very like the type of transformations that you like snap into place sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
and then you're right. TAI is
Robots in Disguise.
Robots in Disguise, car robots. She's like the hologram manifestation of the computer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Why a Transformers would design it to look like a human, I don't know. But
who knows?
We'll get to that show when we get to it. All right,
okay.
Then we got
These
another action
are
shot.
The Headmaster Juniors.
Yep. From
Shooter Go is the blue one. Minerva is the red one. And then the other one is I have no clue.
His name is Cab.
Cab, okay. Yeah. And then they land on Ironhide's from Transformers Energon, but specifically his Season 3 version.
I love the reference to his head popping out. I love how much they did with his head just popping out of the top of the truck.
His head was just there, so they're like, might as well use it.
I love whenever Transformers do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. It's specifically his colors from later on in the show.
Yeah. And then coming up next is Kicker and the Star Saber from Transformers Energon.
Mm-hmm.
And then
technically the Energon Saber.
With the stankiest kick known to mankind. Sorry, Sumdac from Transformers Animated, but specifically her android version from the later half of the show.
Her Season 3 power-up form. Yeah,
a cool little human alliance sort of thing. And it looks like they're on Waterfall City.
Oh, good catch.
Or Ocean City.
Ocean City, yeah. Good catch on that. I didn't even think about that.
Or one of the highways there.
Yeah. From Transformers Energon.
Yeah.
Now, this is just a shot of, it looks like there's a human face behind 3 flowers. What is this?
I really have no clue, honestly. I thought it was just a reference to the petals in the next shot, but...
I was so confused about this. I have a guess. I do not have anything specific. I don't have anything to back this up, but I have a guess, and that would be the Japanese series Kiss Players, which
Oh no!
they reference
Okay.
Kiss players. I would say just go look it up, but I'm going to save you the trouble. Do not go look it up. But it's basically
it's three. It makes a reference to the three band members.
Yeah. There's like 3 band members that are based on female characters from various human female characters from Transformers who go through time and see different things, and it's pretty pivotal for like linking and canonizing things, but it's also just really, really weird and kind of creepy. But it also has a connection with the Binaltech line, which is the alternators line in America, and then also like Primus and other things. But yeah, so that's what I think that this is referencing. But
Gotcha.
Yeah. Save yourselves the trouble. Don't bother looking it up unless you're really morbid curiosity.
Anyway, it's 3 flowers. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Next shot, though, is this glorious sunset shot.
Yes. So this is Optimus Prime in 3 different forms from the Aligned Continuity.
Yes.
On the far right is his base form with the Forge of Souls Prime.
Yeah.
From Transformers Prime. Next up is his Beast Hunters form. Kind of slimmed down from what we normally see, which is honestly a good look. He's not as bulky.
Yeah, Beefcake Prime from
with his
season 3.
I don't think that's the Star Saber. I think that's just his normal sword that comes with him.
I thought his normal sword was the Star Saber.
It is in the show, but I think it's the toy sword that he comes with.
But that was supposed to be the Star Saber, wasn't it?
I think so, but it's a lot smaller and it's shaped differently.
It's been over 10 years, so forget
this. And then in the middle is Transformers Go Optimus Prime.
Yes.
What does he turn into?
He turns into a train, a bullet train. He's sometimes called X Prime or Hunter Prime or X Prime.
Okay, gotcha. Very cool shot of them.
Yep. And then that kind of leads us into the next, because if anybody doesn't know, Transformers Go was a follow-up, the Japanese follow-up to the Transformers Prime series. And then we see...
Oh, boy. I'm assuming this is Transformers Go.
Yes.
I don't know the other 2, but I'm assuming they're from that too. But that is Optimus Prime from Transformers Go.
Yes. I will give you a point for just identifying this as a scene from Transformers Go. These are each of the leaders of the teams. The concept behind Transformers Go is that the teams of Autobots, there's a team of 3 cars, and there's a team of 3 animals, and then each of those teams can combine into one big guy. And you can also swap the parts. So you could have the middle guy on top, you could have the middle guy on the bottom, you could, move them around. You could also interchange them. And then Optimus, as we see in the next shot, can combine with both of them. So now we've got the 3 great leaders combining into one.
Gotcha.
I don't know if this combination has a name, but the car guy, his name is... Kenzan, again, we saw him earlier. And the lion guy, his name is forgive me, I'm going to butcher this. Geki Sarumaru. Geki Sarumaru. Or
gotcha.
Saumaru. I apologize. I'm butchering that. I should have had my wife come in here and try to pronounce it. She took a few Japanese classes, so she's better at the pronunciation than I am. Moving on to the next shot, epic posing.
Very cool.
On, classic Trigger design on that. Moving on to the next shot, we have these 2 kids show up, and then it cuts to a group shot of a whole bunch of people standing on top of a robot. Can you tell me what this is?
I am at a loss. I want to say Go, but I know none of these. I know absolutely 0 of anybody in this shot.
All right. If it makes you feel any better, I have no idea what this is either. There was briefly plans for a Chinese-based Transformers series It might be that, but I don't think so. This feels much more Japanese to me because you got the samurai up there on the left side.
Right.
And then that looks like a samurai helmet on this robot here. I am actually going to venture a guess and say that this is not even Transformers, but actually the Japanese spin-off of Transformers known as Brave.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a bit of a stretch, but like I have literally nothing else, no other no other concept of what this could possibly be.
I think it's one of the Brave series. I don't know much about Brave, but I do know that it's kind of a neat nod. If this is what it is, it's kind of a neat nod to just kind of like the influence that Transformers has had outside of itself as well, you know?
Yeah.
So moving on to the next shot, and we should start picking up speed here. It's going to get a lot easier from this point on, I think.
All right. So we have Colby, Safeguard, not Colby, Bud.
Thank you.
Bud.
How can you diss my man like that?
Yeah. The Bud. Safeguard, a Minicon Safeguard, and Vector Prime, I believe either handing a Cyberplanet key or a Minicon plate from Transformers Armada.
Yeah, it kind of has the shape of the Minicon. No, now that I'm looking at it really close up, I think that is the map. That's the map that he has.
Probably. Also, it would make sense because there's nothing else in this that's from any other show other than Cybertron. Yeah.
Along with Demolisher and Ironhide, I want to point out that Bud, Colby, and Lori are in their later half of the show outfits.
Yes.
So that's kind of a thing with highlights. Like if this is Vector Prime bringing people from all over time, it's probably implying that he's bringing them from the end of their shows.
Yes.
Now we get a montage. We get a montage
of a lot of dead people.
Yeah. I'm not even going to give you a chance on this. That's Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that's Optimus Prime.
And it looks like he's soaring through the Matrix on his way to the afterlife or something. So we get a shot close up of dead Optimus from the movie.
Yes. Then we transition over to looks like just dead Optimus, I think.
Yeah, I think that's just dead. I don't think that's Nemesis Prime. That's just dead Optimus.
Then we have Dinobot 2 from Beast Wars, who sacrificed himself at the end of that show.
Yeah, because technically Dinobot came back to life, so I see why they chose this one for dying instead of... and then looking horrible.
Oh, gosh.
In a mess.
Cliff Jumper from Transformers Prime.
Yep.
Yeah. Then...
All right, now we get this weird recolor of Optimus Prime.
The only reason I know what this is because you told me prior. But this is a special collab with the band who performed this, Bump of Chicken.
Yeah, the band who did the song for this, Bump of Chicken, has a special crossover Optimus Prime coming out that is these colors.
That is amazing.
I don't know enough about Bump of Chicken to know why he's these colors, but it looks pretty rad.
Yeah. Yeah. And then after that, we have Armada Starscream, specifically the scene where he's tries to blast a hole into Megatron and fails miserably, but dies in the process. And Swerve flying off of his back.
It is Swindle, not Swerve.
Swindle? Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me one point.
I think he still called him Swindle at that point in the show. In the toy, of course, he's the Thundercracker colors.
Right.
So I think that the toy maybe the toy called him Swerve, but I'm just gonna give you a no point on it. Well, you are now up to 3 minus points.
3.
I'm gonna have to make him count for like 5 or something if you get it wrong. But yeah, right. So you've got.
So next up. Oh yeah, Prowl from Transformers Animated in his samurai armor, which I don't think he was in the scene that he did this in, but
right.
Yeah. And then that's Gene.
Yeah.
From Victory.
Yep.
I believe this is actually Jinrai after he sacrifices himself and then gets resurrected.
I believe you are correct.
Very groovy.
Now we go on to a new scene with some action.
So this is Transmetal Optimus Primal and G1 Optimus Prime transforming into their base forms.
Yes.
And then combining into Optimal Optimus.
Yes.
Mainly because it's referencing the way that actually happened was them merging sparks, essentially.
Yeah.
Because time travel shenanigans.
Right. Optimus Primal had to house Optimus's spark while the Optimus was being repaired, and then having two sparks upgraded him into Optimal Optimus.
Then same case over here, Transmetal Megatron and G1 Megatron transforming.
Yeah, I want to just mention that I love that he's carrying the gun in his mouth instead of in his little dinosaur hand.
Yes.
I think it would have looked great either way, but yeah, anyway.
And then them merging into Transmetal 2 Megatron, because it is literally the same thing.
Basically, Transmetal Megatron said, I'm jealous of Optimal Optimus. I wonder if I did the same thing with Megatron's spark, if I could upgrade, and then he turned into a dragon. Oh, and then they had to not hurt him sometimes when they were fighting because they didn't want to damage the original Megatron spark because, again, time travel shenanigans.
And then a very cool overlay of Beast Machine's Megatron and Optimus Primal.
From Beast Machines.
Because it's the continuation of the timeline, so yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you points for all of that because you are correct. And then we've got blink and you'll miss it. You can see the pilots in the cabins before these vehicles combine
to make Overlord.
Yep.
From Master Force.
Can you tell me what their names are?
Megara, I think, is one of them, and then I don't know the dude's name. Yeah.
You are so close. It is Giga and Mega.
Giga and Mega. Okay.
Yeah.
Their name is Big.
Big and bigger.
Yes. But Overlords getting into a fight with very odd selection, but Transformers Animated Optimus with Ultra Magnus's hammer and his jetpack upgrade.
Yes. I think I know the reason. Because this Jet Optimus here, number one, this is how he was at the end of Animated. When he fought the Sentinel Megatron or whatever it was. But I believe that this Jet Optimus is a very specific reference in Animated to God Jinrai.
Okay.
From Super God Master Force, which is what Overlord is from. So it's really cool to see them matching up here.
Yeah.
Then another blink and you miss it.
This cracked me up. This was Marissa Fairborn and Dirk Manus from an episode of Season 3 of Generation 1. Famous Han Solo and Princess Leia sort of duo.
Yep. It was the episode Money is Everything.
Money is Everything.
Yep.
Scoundrels.
From Generation 1. All right, so that is... Man, Hayden, you are killing it.
I'm trying.
I don't even know.
It's a struggle.
And then
we have a Matrix compilation. We have the Matrix of Leadership. First is Sparkplug holding the Matrix of Leadership from Transformers Armada.
Yep, the scene where they revive Optimus Prime.
Yes. Behind him...
So this is a Light Your Darkest Hour montage.
Rodimus Prime holding the Matrix of Leadership from Generation 1.
Yeah, when he blows up Unicron.
Yep. And behind him is Die Atlas with the Zodiac.
Yes. When he used it to blast a hole in Trypticon.
There we go.
It's so funny. It's like, hey, revive Optimus Prime, defeat Unicron, and get rid of Trypticon.
Yeah.
Now here we go. I'm surprised they haven't shown up more in this.
Right. But this is the cast of the 2007 Transformers live-action movie by Michael Bay.
I feel like I've seen them in this art style somewhere else before. I can't remember where, but man, do they look good.
Yeah. Optimus Prime, Ratchet, Ironhide, Bumblebee, and Jazz.
Yep.
And then we have the Decepticon cast: Blackout, Brawl, Starscream, Megatron, Barricade, and Bone Crusher.
Yes. Good job.
And it is very, very
that
cool
was a
seeing
lightning
them
round.
in this, like, very animated
Very
Studio Trigger style.
Just these incredibly, like, lithe and skinny and distorted action shots where they're just slamming into each other and stuff. It's very Kill la Kill.
Yes. And then we have the Rise of the Beasts.
I was surprised how static this shot is after that dynamic shot.
So we have the whole cast. We have Wheeljack, aka Pablo, RC, Airraiser, Rhinox, Bumblebee, Optimus Primal, Mirage, and Stratosphere, and then Cheetor.
Yes.
Cool.
Nice. You actually remembered the guy with the mustache's name.
It was a struggle.
Not,
it was like
not Jetfire.
Thinking about toys.
Yeah. Nice little reference. Airraiser never transforms in that movie for some reason.
Yeah, so they just keep her
they just kept her in the bird mode, even though she has a great looking robot mode in the
Then Optimus and Megatron classic G1.
Defeating evil with a punch of justice. Just these incredible, just dynamic designs for each of them. And then a very season 2-ish or movie-ish blocky Megatron and Optimus looking at each other over the sunset.
I
love this look here.
Yeah.
And then Optimus kind of like squinting his eyes a little bit.
So then we have the cast
them
of
kind of like,
humans.
almost like a, what do you call it? Like a peace treaty going on here. And then all the humans cheering them on. And the sunset.
An assorted collection of humans. We have, I don't know their names, but they are from 2015 Robots in Disguise. You have Spike, Carly, and Daniel from the Generation 1 continuity. After that...
Okay, hang on. The humans from Robots in Disguise are Denny Clay and Russell Clay.
Okay, the Clays. Then we have, I don't know any of their names, but they are the family from Earthspark.
Robbie Malto, Mo Malto, Dot Malto, and Alex Malto.
The Maltos. Cool.
Yeah. The Witwickies, the Maltos, the Clays, and...
Then another Robots in Disguise, but this one is 2001.
Yeah. I like how they cap both ends.
Yeah. The mom, dad, and son from there. I don't know their names. I love how the dad simultaneously looks Japanese and Mexican.
Koji Onishi and Kelly and Dr. Kenneth Onishi.
Okay. The Onishis.
Yes.
Yeah, a very interesting selection of human cast. And then a transition to Earthspark designs of Optimus Prime and Megatron.
Yep.
And the
handshake of destiny.
And I love how much this feels like it's looking forward. Like these are the most recent and the oldest of Autobot, Decepticon leaders and human cast. And it just feels like them ushering in like, you know, the next chapter.
It's looking back at what has come before and looking ahead to what will come in the future.
Exactly.
And it's a good celebration.
Blink and you'll miss it. Unicron's head.
Yep, Unicron's head. Just kind of floating there. At first I thought it was Armada Unicron, but it is Unicron's head.
And then we are back to Cybertron.
Cybertron, yes. So just a great Unicron's head cresting over Cybertron, orbiting as one of its moons, just like, as the credits roll, just like the Generation 1 movie.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic just love letter to 40 years of Transformers. You can feel the fans just oozing love for this franchise.
Yeah.
In this video.
Dude, it's like, it feels less of like fan service and more of just like deep, deep love for the franchise. Yeah.
Absolutely. But that's about it from us. Thank you all for watching us babble about. If you enjoyed this, we have a podcast, The Brobots in Disguise, where we go through as many Transformers cartoons as we can before it kills us. We do close reads on episodes. We analyze about 4 episodes per episode of our podcast. Right now we are in Transformers Generation 1. Please come check us out. It's on this channel, it's Robots in Disguise, and also on Spotify. And sometimes we put up special videos like this on our channel.
Exactly. But for now, I am going to go rest my noggin, as it is steaming and sputtering.
Yeah, I'm sorry I drug you into this.
No, this is wonderful.
All right. Well, we'll hope to see you all back around some other time, and this has been fun. And thanks for joining us, and roll out, be safe. I've been Frankie.
And I have been, at one point, Hayden.
All right, he is now a pile of dust.
Thank you for listening.
Oh, you did fantastic on this, Hayden. Your score is so high. I'm not going to tally it up now, but imagine there's a huge number on the screen right now, like in the millions or something.
I've got the touch.
Congratulations.
I've got the power.
You have the touch. Everybody, let it be known that Hayden has the touch. And he's got the power.
Yeah.
He's got the matrix of wisdom. And I've got TF Wiki. I remembered most of this stuff offhand, but I didn't know specific names, and some of it I did have to look up.
Exactly.
But yeah, anyway, this has been great. Y'all have fun, and ba-ba-da-da-da-da.
Woo!
Okay, save, export.